How's it going, everybody? It's Bug from Spooky Pinball here, and today I'll be giving you a quick guide on the Looney Tunes menu. To use this menu, you're going to be using the 4 buttons on your coin door. The green button selects, the black buttons move left and right, and the red button backs out. So after you hit that green button and enter the menu, you're met with this list of options. We're going to start off with the settings menu. So in the settings menu, you have your feature settings, coil settings, servo, pricing. Obviously the settings menu, this is where you're going to set everything. Your test menu is where you'll actually be testing the functionality of the machine. Utilities is primarily used to be like updating your code. And then of course the audits for you location guys out there. Let's start with the magnet fling settings. So the magnet fling, this is when you bash that door, the magnet grabs onto the ball, and it throws it into the crate. So you want to have this set so that it drops the ball just enough, and then it throws it up into the door. So as you scroll through this feature settings, which there's all sorts of different options in here, you're going to be met with a load of options for the magnet fling settings, but really you only need one of them to adjust this fling how you want it to be, and that is the off time before fling setting. So here's an example of the ball being perfectly thrown in there. And now here's an example of the ball being dropped just a tiny bit. You'll see it drop just a little bit and get flinged up. Obviously, it's not going to make the door. It's being dropped just for not enough time to get that proper throw up into the door. So to get this to work the way we want it to, we're going to adjust this time up. We're going to increase the amount of time that it gives the ball to drop. But what if it's giving it too much time to drop, like this example, where it's just releasing the ball? It's not even making the throw back up because it has so much time in that drop setting. That's where you want to turn the setting down so that there is less time in the drop before it flings it back upwards. Now, all of this is purely dependent on the pitch of your game. So we tune this in on the factory to make the door, but if you set your game to a different pitch than what we use, which we do 6.5, you will likely have to adjust these settings in your feature settings. Now let's talk coils real quick. So in the settings menu, you can go to your coil settings and you can increase and decrease the power of your coils. After you've set this to your likings in the coil settings menu, you can go to the coil test menu and cycle through all the coils in the game and see that it is firing and functioning the way that you please. Now for your switch test, you just simply enter the switch test in the menu, and then as you activate switches on the playfield, this will be identified on the screen. This is important for mostly making sure that your switches are functioning, but also that they're tuned in to be as sensitive as you like. For your LEDs, you go into the LED test menu and you can individually cycle through all the LEDs in the game, and you can also run all of them at the same time and cycle through all the different colors that they have. You can also check your other LEDs in the game for your topper, speaker kits, flipper buttons, everything to do with lights in the game. So for your servos, if you want to adjust these, you go into the servo test and adjust menu, and as you enter it, it's going to put you on the lock diverter. So using the flipper buttons or coin door buttons, you can cycle through the positions on there. Using the Acme action button, you will change which servo you are adjusting. So we'll go to the Taz toy, the diverter, the crate door, etc. So action button changes those. Now when you're on the servo and you want to start to change the actual settings, you will hit the start button or the green button on your coin door to enter it, and then you can actually change the exact position of where this is set. Once you're happy with the position of your servo, you just hit the red button or the launch button to back out, and it will save that new setting. And then last but not least, in the utilities menu, we have our update code setting. This is primarily what you'll use this menu for. This video highlighted some of the main functions that you will use your menu for. There are still plenty of other options and tests to be used in this menu. If you have any questions about them at all, reach out to service@spookypinball.com. That number and email is on the coin door of your machine. Thank you all for watching and have a great day.